Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Grab my coffee. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I will tell you about it in a minute. Let me just try to clean this up. Good morning. Well, so far, I have wicked anxiety, so I don't know if it's the energy or if it's just me. It's probably just me. Guess we'll find out when the cards come out. All right. Where's my lighter? Need a lighter. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I have wicked anxiety. I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's the energy. I just don't really want to talk about the accident. I do know that I do know that it was kind of I don't know, I can't quite absorb it. I can't quite process it yet. I don't think I have processed it yet. know everything happens for a reason. So, it's kind of like get put in certain situations for certain reasons. I think for me, I'm just trying so hard to not really think about it and process it, if that makes sense. It's so I don't know, like I was stopped, I was going left, I was going to work, and I saw him coming in my rearview mirror. Like I don't even like that little intersection. But I've been feeling a car accident for like a month now, and going right into January with January's read, I remember being like car accident, like it was like overwhelming. Anywho, I was going left and he slammed into me. The police report says probably 45, 50. So I saw him coming. There was just nowhere for me to go. I kind of remember being like, by the time I got up in the process of the accident, turning my wheel all the way to the right because I'm going left. All the traffic's coming this way. There's plenty of room to go around. That's what people are supposed to do. And when he hit me, I don't know how I didn't hit any cars on the left. And I just remember turning my wheel to the right. Like, I've never turned my wheel so many times. It felt like 20 fucking times. And the reason why I probably wasn't turning because the back tire wasn't on. But I just remember I was about to get like T-boned. And then I kind of like passed out. And then when I woke up, I was on the other side of the road. And I didn't get T-boned. So I don't even know, like, I'm still trying to process how I got back into the original lane. Because I saw all the cars coming. Like, so, like, all I remember is, like, like 10 cars probably screeching all their tires. I think the thing that bothers me, too, like, the two people that pulled over was, like, that guy almost hit me up the road. He was reckless. He almost went off the road, a mile up the road. People were pissed. And I'm just sitting there, like, still in, like, shock. So I attempted to go to employee health to get cleared for work. And they're like, you're freaking out of your mind. Like, you got whiplash, you got a herniated disc. But I have a high tolerance for pain, guys. So I just assumed I'd work through it with some restrictions. So I have a doctor's appointment today. I don't know what they're going to tell me. I'm not looking forward to it. But I mean, I just started PT all over again because of my last back issue. So I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, so I'm more disappointed right now and still trying to process how it all happened. And I've only been in the car a couple times, and I'm doing my best not to look in the rearview mirror. Because the first time I did that, the guy in front of me stopped quick. I had to grab me at work. I think it was not last night, the night before. And the guy behind me, I'm staring. I'm like, please stop, please stop. Like, and then my neck stiffened up. I'm like, oh my God, like this can't be a thing right now. So I just remember the first original back injury. It was very traumatic for me. I feel like I had PTSD just from like the hospital experience, that like them treating me like a drug addict, like not knowing who I was. Like it was not great. So I'm doing my best to like not get in that headspace right now of like not wanting to get into like a car, and I saw it coming, and all I did is just shut my eyes and let it happen. What else are you gonna do? There's nothing else for me to do. So I don't know. I knew it was coming. It was the day before New Year's Eve, right? There was 2 deer in the road. And I was going up a hill, and I looked behind me in the rearview mirror. I'm like, oh, good. Like, it said to stop quick. But these 2 deers, and one deer stopped, like a deer in headlights, and the other deer, like, actually kicked that deer's back leg and was like, go, go, go. And I was, and it, like, instantly, like, I'm like, here we go with that car accident again. Like, I know when I'm getting stopped and seeing things, and I mean, I knew I was going to get in a car accident for like a good month. I didn't know how or when, or, but my body, my gut, intuition, I don't know, psychic ability, I already knew it was going to happen. And I had said it to me twice, because it was a couple times she wanted to drive me home, and I was like, no, not today, and I'm trying not to scare her, but I'm like, you just feel this car accident, I feel safer, if I'm driving or whatnot, which kind of freaked her out a little bit, but like, it is what it is. Nobody was with me. I was on my way into work. And I'm just aggravated because he almost hit somebody and went off the road a couple miles up the road. So he was reckless. He was fucking reckless. And they didn't test him. I don't think they looked in his eyes. Like, they try to clear us out of the road so damn quick because it's a main road. And it was where we got in the accident. Like, anybody can come around the corner and be a 20-car pileup type thing. You know what I mean? So I've never been out of a scene of an accident so damn quick. So in all reality, like, if he was high or whatever, like nobody would know, So I know somebody called one of the officers to say that guy was reckless because she didn't want to stick around. And they have it in the police report, but there's nothing that could be done about that. I don't know if there'd be repercussions on their end. I don't know. All he kept saying is like, I got good insurance, don't worry. Like, he was more like, because it was a work truck. So I think he was more concerned about his consequences, So I'm not so happy about it. And I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm stuck having to stay home for weeks. So, no, I didn't leave in an ambulance. The paramedics didn't even show up. They're like, you want me to call? And I'm like, no, I knew I was in shock. Took me a couple minutes to get my seatbelt off. And they kept saying, you sure? You sure? You sure? And I'm like, I'm sure. I'll go and get checked. And I came home. My parents were just like, up my ass. Like, you have to go to the hospital, blah, 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 blah. So I did, but I didn't want to go to the original hospital. I ended up going back to the hospital where I had the original PTSD. And they're like, why did you even do that? I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to be like in and out, And now that I think about it, like, they didn't look at my eyes. They didn't check my eyes. I wasn't hooked up to anything the entire time. Like, the vitals weren't on. Like, it's just, never again will I go there. But I just wanted to get it done with. I just wanted to come home. I wanted to sleep. I was super tired. So I don't know. I know whiplash and a herniated disc can take anywhere from like 6 weeks to 3 months to fully be healed or whatnot. So I don't know. I don't know. But I'm certainly like, I don't know. And I'm still trying to process how I made it to the other side of the lane, because I was about to get T-boned. I know, like, I didn't like make that up in my head. Like, even the officers are like, I just don't even understand how your gas tank didn't explode, how most people break their neck, break their back, or they're dead. I mean, I got slammed. He was going 50 miles an hour, Took the tires off my back car. One side got smashed. And then it sent me in that lane. I just remember seeing real quick, like all the like, I don't know. I still am I'm trying to process it is what I'm trying to do. And I feel like I don't want to process it and kind of like, so I don't, my body is still like, I think the adrenaline is just wearing off, to be quite honest with you. So that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, I feel like it happened for a reason. Like in the sense of like slow down, start to get to the other channel, things like that. I'm just like, okay, you know, it's just no excuses now. It's like being forced into doing something, like, you know. So I don't know, it's a lot. So it is what it is. So I have a doctor's appointment in a couple hours. And we'll see what they say. Alright, so hold on. Alright. Let's do a weekend energy. Weekend energies. Besides, it's lots of car accidents, lots of things happening. It's also the energy, the 0 degrees, when that always, when something transits or goes direct, like, is a lot. So this is kind of telling me right off the bat, like, there is options. You might be coming up with a plan. You might be strategic about something. It's like, here it's like, not knowing what to do. But here it's like they're looking down at you. So there's either a good option again, like, that's like seeing the light, and that's like not the greatest luck. So like, it's almost how, like, I just explained, like, bittersweet, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, I have no idea, but then it's like, that's like, and I have an idea, I don't know what to do with it. This is like, it already happened, or it just hits you, because the lightning's hitting the tree. So there's something with solar flares. I don't know the astrology in the skies right now, but there could be a solar flare happening. You're definitely being watched over. It could be somebody even watching you and wanting to narrow down like one cup. I just said to myself, I'm more worried about my mental health. There's nothing about mental health here. So you might get distracted. You might get electrocuted over the weekend. Sorry, guys. I know that sounds like I don't. You got water. It could just be like a shock. You plug something in, it's like, ooh, shit. I'm not talking like a big electrocution. It could be for some of you, so be careful. Like, especially like, don't get out of your car if you see a downed wire. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. Could be a big storm. But this is more. I feel like it's more mental right now. And again, there's nothing here that's telling me mental, but if you like, that's the opposite. Like, if it goes down like that, it's like, all right, I have an idea, but you don't know what to do with it. You're still confused. You're still trying to strategize. It's foggy. It's hazy, right? Here, it's very clear. Here, it's very clear. Let me turn the light on. Here, it's very clear. You're either strategizing, somebody else's, there's an idea, or there's options. They're not all bad. Looks like you'll probably choose the right one. Again, it could be bittersweet for other people, but it puts you in a position. I just heard of power. And I just got pulled to the yearly read and something about court. Remember, I kept saying something about court. If you have to go to court. So the something is 7 and 1 is 8. This is a year 8. Careful with your arm. Careful cutting up veggies. I see someone like slicing their finger. Or their foot, like the knife falls on your foot. So be careful doing any type of like chopping or prepping. Something about a butcher. You could be doing something with meat. I don't know. I see like a meat cleaver. Careful you don't smash your thumb. I see like welding things. So be very careful with anything that you do often enough where it's like just second nature, you don't really think about it. Because I don't know if it's like chaotic. I don't know if someone's coming to you to your dreams. This could be a nightmare. But there's some type of positivity with this 7 of Cups, guys. And you got the Queen of Pentacles, and it's kind of looking out to the distance. They want me to flip all the cards that come out. This is upright. You're good. Got that hawk. But this is like looking into the distance. So it might have something to do with your future. To me, you're not turning your back here. You're looking at here. Here, see, it's like you're looking at something. Here, you're looking at a distance. Like here, it's looking at a distance. This must have something to do with your future. But it's the Queen of Pentacles. So like, I don't see you getting fired. or like demoted, but it's like if your back is turned, I think you have options, and your boss might not like your options, or you're a parent and you're not liking the options that are presented to you. I don't know if it has to do with a kid. But I don't think you're turning your back. But for some of you, your back is being turned. Almost like you don't want to see it. You don't want to process it. Yeah, it's pulling me to like, almost like what I was explaining to you, like trying to process it. Like, how did I get back in that lane? I mean, the car was so close to me. How did I not get T-boned? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, it all happened so fast. And that's how it happens, right? Lightning, it's so fast. So it's like trying to process it, trying to figure out, how did I make it back in that other lane? I mean, when he hit me, my car ended up probably 18 feet up the road, if not more. And the first thing he said to me, he's like, where the fuck were you turning? On that road, motherfucker. Like, seriously? There's a road there, dude. So trying to process like what I can't process. Yeah, see, there's something to process. It has to do with this 7 of Cups, but I wouldn't worry about it. And I strongly believe like everything happens for a reason. Like, he was meant to hit me. I wasn't meant to get T-boned. You know what I mean? I was just meant for like the first crash to lay me out, if that makes sense. You know, so I do feel like this is the energy this weekend, so you need to be like vigilant. Even sending out emails at work, you know, or a text message, you can send it to the wrong person and it's like it made their day, but it was the wrong person. Like, there's an accidental text message, but like there's a lot of information in that text message. And then maybe you have to tell them like, oh, it wasn't for you, turn your back and block it. I don't. Focus on one thing. See, like that's a 1, but you don't want to focus on that. But something brings clarity, like this is confusion. You know how people lose consciousness or they come through, or like, I'm just getting pulled to like concussion. There could be, if any of your kids play lacrosse, I don't know, it wouldn't be around here unless it's indoor lacrosse. Someone could be hit with a ball, hockey puck. It's just the energy, guys. It looks minor, not major, you know, but like there might be a story like, I saw Jesus. Like, I don't know. I don't see a car accident, nothing here. It's just giving you examples. But this could be like having options, not wanting to say it. Like, to you, it's like, no, I don't like that idea. But the doctor's like, listen, that's what we're doing. You're like turning your back. So there is something medical here. Like, you might have to get stitches, ultrasound. But this will benefit your future. I don't see health here. I don't see money. I am worried about mental health. It's probably has something to do with the transits, and I'm not quite positive what it would be. But I'm seeing multiple computers. So there's something at work going on at work for you guys. Like, if you don't work and you like stay at home, it's still something like you're vacuuming. You plug the vacuum in. Like, I don't know. Like, some of you could just like faint. Not enough water. I don't see this as like delusional energy, but like you hit your head, but it's like you come out different, like, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, you're clearly not happy about it. You're like, Mingyu, what the fuck? It's better than confusion, I guess. Did I get a CT? I just happened to look up. Yeah. I almost puked with the contrast. I think they're going to want to do an MRI. I can tell, like, my body is, like, not detoxing, but, like, with the adrenaline, like, I know things after an accident can pile up. Sorry to interrupt the read, guys. 3131. But I did start getting, like, the runs, like diarrhea. Not to share too much information, but, like, my body is just, the adrenaline is now wearing off and my body's in shock, So I do feel like there's some type of shock with that Ace of Wands, but it still seems like positive, but you're turning your back. So I don't know if like someone hits you up on a mundane level and you're like, nah, fuck that. I can't like concentrate when you're around. You cause confusion, frustration. It's like a ticking time bomb and you turn your back. Like there's so many different stories here. But the doctor is worried because it could be signs of other things, other things as well. I'm not too worried about it, but my body's in shock. That's all. 31, enjoy the moment. Keep in your heart and your mind wonderful new opportunities, creativity, self-expression. Do things that make you open up and receive more positive opportunities. Create your own life from a place of love, awareness, compassion, open-heartedness. Each and every moment. This is a message. Positive changes or projects you'll be considering right now will be well worth your while. You will be insisted in the undertaking. Know that you're a powerful creator and your life will be fulfilled. Choose compassion, love, and joy. Be the creator of your own experiences and intentionally guiding your own life, consciously choosing the direction of your thoughts, intentions, and actions. Be sure to pay particular attention to ideas and insights. Ideas, that looks like insight to the next steps on your path. Move forward fearlessly. So, like, I think a lot of you are being put in a position of like power and strength, or you don't understand. Like some of you, I'm telling you, like could get fired or something. Like it's not here, but I do see the city back here. It is something where, like me, I feel like I got put in the position. Doesn't really make sense. Like I get it, but like really, like you're gonna lay me out that way? Like what other way were they gonna do it? So it's like living in the moment, but like there's something here with your future. So if you get fired, it's beneficial. No one's gonna look at it like that. Like people are excited, like, oh, you get a new car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, and it's like that's the last thing I want to fucking do is get a new car. Last thing I want to do. It's not exciting to me. Nothing about this is exciting to me. Right? So, like I'm saying, like, and this isn't like my read, guys. This has to do with the future. This is the energy. So, again, it could be as mundane as like somebody hits you up and it's like, nah, you brought nothing but frustration and confusion. Like, nope, you know? But do be careful plugging things in and out of the like electrical cord, electrical outlets. You could just be sitting on the couch and you're like, oh, damn, epiphany. You're like, I don't know. I feel like the Seven of Cups is some type of enlightenment too, which is odd because it's the Seven of Cups. But it's like, we got you. Don't worry. Maybe you should be turning your back to that. Page of Cups. Maybe you should be turning your back to that and concentrating on here and now and the future and enjoying, you know, the sky, the lands. I don't know where you live, but everything must be flipped. That didn't come out. It landed on my hand. So I'm assuming I'm flipping that. Yeah, see, there's definitely some type of enlightenment here. Some type of wonderful. But it's like the Five of Pence, the Hierophant, 2 5s. One is a 3. Could be dealing with a fire sign or earth sign, but I don't think this is about signs. It's that 3131 message. There is some type of enlightenment. I don't know. You could feel a sense of warmth, which might be overwhelming for some of you, like a past loved one or something is near you, and it's like a lot of warmth. I just heard the squeal again, but it's Sheldon. It sounds like a mouse, though, so I don't know. The spiritual meaning of a mouse. Able to do great things despite the size, multitasking. But it's like a stark reminder. Multitasking is the way to find catastrophe. Stop trying to do everything at once and focus on one thing at a time. Mouse power animal comes to visit you to remind you the power is in the details, but not the way we think. Huh? Don't do too many things at one time. Focus on one thing at a time. That's probably where you're going to find enlightenment. If it comes to visit you, remind you the power is in the details, not in the way you think. So I feel like that's the weekend message. The power is in the details, not the way you think. Because I kept saying like something about power here. And like the details idea, not the greatest. Or it's something about your thoughts, your mental health. So don't think about that. Focus on the details and like there's some type of enlightenment. So I don't. It could be an epiphany, or you just. I take my own advice. You take your own advice. You take my advice. It's something like that, because that mouse has been coming through. And it is Moses. But it's not like a respiratory thing. It's just like the little noise he makes. Could be like his little legs on top of the plastic in there where he sleeps, squealing. Ever since this mouse thing came in, Lana also gave me like 4 mice that squeak for cat toys. A lot of people can look at a mouse as an omen, a bad omen too, but like that's not what I'm getting. Plague, destruction, disease, poverty, uncleanliness. No, you know what I mean? That's not what I'm getting. But like in the midst of chaos, a catastrophe could just be like a worldly event happening. With the sun being here, this almost looks like an eclipse energy. It's something definitely with the transits going on here. And it's funny because I saw a video the other day. I think I sent it to the kids. And here we go with the videos. It's like lightens things up for you guys. But like that little raccoon was cute. Maybe I didn't send it. But this cat, I didn't send it. This cat brought in a mouse from outside, and the cat was a mom, had its babies and everything. It was sharing food with the mouse. It treated the mouse like it was like a baby kitten. Needless to say, they had the mouse for like a year. It was part of the clan. It was part of the family. So I saw the dead mouse near the gas station, the dead mouse that fell on the table in a vision. So it is about chaos, but like in the midst of it, like, again, it's the detail. So this is like, try not to overthink here, which is very much possible. This, because it's like doing so much at once, right? So the power is the details, not in the way you think. So the power is the details, not in the way you think. I feel like that's like a trick message. Like I'm a little confused by that message. Which would make sense with the 7 of Cups here. Anybody else a little thrown off with that message? Could just be me. Let me edit this and screenshot it. I mean, not screenshot it, edit it. That reminds us that the power is the details, not the way we think. There's something throwing me off about that, though. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. I think that message is supposed to throw us off. To think like outside the box or something, like, because I feel like I can't comprehend that message. Stop trying to do everything at once. Focus on one thing at a time, which makes sense. Most power animal comes to remind us that the power is the details, not the way we think. So again, like organized, something structured. Just be really careful. And I did say something about mental stability, mental health. So again, one task at a time. It's not even Mercury. There is something astrologically, though. Again, this could be solar flares from the sun. There could be a storm rolling in, a sandstorm, a windstorm, or it's just chaos. There was something, I believe, about the month of January going quickly. I feel like everyone's going to absorb that message differently, but the power is in the details. And like I said in the beginning, like there is something with power here. Puts you in the power state, puts you. So you are going to get some type of clarity over the weekend. Mental clarity, physical clarity. I guess it depends on what this is pertaining to. What did I say? Obtaining? That's weird. You got the moon. That's like coming to the surface. That's like coming to the surface too. But to me, that's working. So you got this, when the moon hits the something, it's a more, like right back to that song again. When's the new moon? Next week, the 11th. So like when the moon hits the stars, it's Amore. That's Amore. Dean Martin. I feel like I'm like even saying it wrong. It's very strange. When the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie is Amore. When the world shines like that, too much wine is Amore. When the stars make you drool from the pasta. Okay. It's just weird the way like there's some type of an alignment. The sun and the moon and the stars. You got the sun. It's almost like that eclipse energy, guys. I don't know what's going on astrologically, but it's causing some type of storm, confusion, or an idea, something positive. Because I see the lightning. This is like clouds, but it looks very foggy, hazy. Same here. Dark, hazy around the sun here. It may have something to do with, there's got to be solar flares going on. Sometimes when they get really intense, you need to watch your blood pressure, blood clots, things like that. Like hospitals get really busy. And people are like, it's not even a full moon. Solar flares alone can cause blood clots. See, people don't understand. We're electricity, guys. Like that. It's like the human body. Like, now's not the time for that conversation, but people don't really understand that. You know, like we are electricity. We are, you know, we'll just leave it at that, I guess. I mean, we have more energy outlets than anything. Like we have more neurons and cells and more than the stars. Our one body carries more than all the stars in the atmosphere. Like we only access so much of our brain, you know? So like solar flares can cause blood clots, can cause high blood pressure. Like we're like juice. We're like a walking, ticking time bomb. Like a walk, like you can get struck by lightning. Like, so there is something going on. They would have to be pretty fucking strong. Is there any solar flares going on right now? Three days ago, there was a minor geometric storm. No significant solar wind. On Monday, January 1st, sunspot region gave us an X5 flare, the biggest flare in the solar cycle, 25 so far. It's produced only M flares. Okay, yeah, so this is, and I just saw that as like a comet going like that, shooting. So we did just have a very hefty storm. And those are the ones where you have to worry about like frequencies and unstable beta gamma, which is it's the beta within us too, guys, right? It's our nervous system. It's the field. It's the magnetic fields. So this is definitely affecting somebody's body over the weekend. And this started Monday. It's the largest of the year, and it happened on New Year's Eve, leaving a warning. So, what can solar flares do to the human body? It throws us off kilter for sure. Disruption of the geomagnetic activity can cause diseases to pop up, cardiac arrhythmia, cardiovascular disease. It makes your body flare up. Can affect the human health. Headaches, mood changes. What happens if you're hit by a solar flare? It will mess up your aura and potentially disrupt communication. It affects the brain. It establishes the weak from the strong. The brain's bioelectric activity, stimulating influence, severe disruptances, conditions, negative influence, brain's functionality, can mess with your heart, your blood flow. So it started and ended like a few days ago. Well, ended, but we haven't had one like that since 2017. The last time they thought a solar flare has touched the Earth was 1859. But I just saw that, like, so I'm telling you, something astrologically is probably, storms can just be stronger. I am hearing a solar flare will eventually hit Earth. I don't know when. Probably within the next couple years. It would probably be minor, but it would definitely disrupt things. So something's physically happening with your body. And you might feel like it's not even a full moon. It's not even Mercury. It's not even, you know what I mean? Like, you're probably like, what the holy heck is happening? But this seems positive. And I just got pulled to like Tesla, you know, like when you have solar flares that long, like statistically wise, like these are when like the cars break down and they go cuckoo and they have a mind of their own. It's, you know, and it's only going to get worse. And I'm not trying to put like the brand Tesla down in general, but like eventually that could become dangerous. I know economically, like it's good, but like eventually it can become dangerous. It's almost pulling me to like, what's that new movie with Julia Roberts? And all the mechanical cars go in one direction. Because our energies, our satellites do have control over it. So your car could go like haywire. You know what I mean? So you just be careful in the car. And again, there was a lot of accidents, random things happening. And I got hit, what was it, January 2nd? Like just reckless, literally getting hit from 50 miles an hour because somebody wasn't paying attention. Reckless. There's something with like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Something's going to fall. There's a building that's going to fall over the weekend. I think it's an historical building. I don't know if it's demolition or like there's something going on there too. But this is still affecting your body. So to me, this probably has already happened or is going to happen over the weekend. Because one that strong can last and still affect your magnetic, like sectors. Like its Earth is still feeling the rattle. So careful, there could be earthquakes over the weekend. Because Earth is still rattling, is what I'm hearing. So it's going to throw a lot of people off, guys. But like, again, getting pulled to the car accident, that dude didn't even brake. Like, could have saw it coming, but like, you don't see the outcome here, but it's a good outcome. Like, I know people are like, oh, you can sue, but I don't even have to sue. It's his fault. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'll get compensated. But, like, that's not the fucking point, guys. You know? And I think that's where, like, I'm struggling. Because Spirit's like, oh, well, it's kind of like, could be a tiny reward. How can I possibly look at it like that? You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like I got put in a position like that. And it's not cool. I can't absorb that yet. Like my back was never going to be the same anyway after the last one. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, and I know eventually I'll get back to where I need to be, but like it's going to take months and months. Like it's just one thing after another. Chaos, catastrophe, right? I get it, right? But like it's so fucked up because it's like being told like that, you know what I mean? Like you get a reward out of it. Like, and we just did that whole yearly reading where we talked about rewards and karma paid in full. Like honestly, I believe I was absolutely got saved from being T-boned and being smashed twice by people going 50 miles an hour. Like, it doesn't make any sense because all the witnesses are like, it doesn't make any sense that her car just went into that lane. Like, it just, I should have been on the other side of the road because I was turning left. He hit me on the right-hand side, you know what I mean? Which brings me right in that direction. Like, and I saw me go in that lane. I saw it, but right before I passed out, like, the car was that fucking close to me from T-boning me. Like, it made no sense at all, and I'm still trying to process it. And I don't think I'm going to get an answer. Does that make sense? Like, not everything happens the way we think it's going to happen. So it's almost like, yeah, good chance I'm going to get a payout, guys. But that's not what my brain is. I'm not even happy I have to get a new car right now. I'm going to get a payout regardless. Not my fault. He was in a work company. Just so happens to be a work company, so you can double everything. You get where I'm going with that, guys? Then it is like an award. But to me, it's not. I still can't process it. But that's what I'm being told. Like, that will be coming to you. You just don't see it. Like, it puts me in a position right now where I can't work. I can now start the other channel full time. Get where I'm going with that? So something like that, like where it seems like it's not like the greatest situation, brings a lot of light and positivity to your life. Maybe 3 months down the road, maybe in cancer season in July or August with Leo or May with Taurus, right? So I know they saved me from the second crash. It's a fucking given. It's a given. So like there's gonna just be a lot of stuff that over the weekend that's kind of like unpredictable, maybe a little unstable, clouded energy, foggy, not knowing what to do. Again, I keep getting pulled to like it's the detail. It's the details, it's not the overthinking or like, you know what I mean? Pay attention to the details. And another leaf just fell off the tree, and I was looking at that at the exact same point. So lightning could strike a tree. Unfortunately, some of your cars might be there, I'm not sure. But like it is something where it's like close to home. If you're hiking this weekend, you have beautiful weather. It could be like a flash flood. Still be really careful if you're hiking. You don't want to get stuck in the middle of a forest when there's a forest fire. Like so like the earth is still rattled. It's off kilter a little bit, okay? It doesn't really know what to do. Or it's aligning. You got the moon, the sun, that Ace of Wands. But like this is energy. It's a lot of accents. Like even my friend Angela with a candle woke up like house fire. It was something with her candle though. So this, careful with candles. But again, she'll get compensated. But it's like the way people are getting like paid in full, however you want to look at it. Like it's fucking wild. So that happened to her candle, right? It burns overnight. She woke up like that. All that, her walls are all black. So she snuffed the candle, right? Instead of like blowing it out, she snuffed it out before bed. Woke up to flames, unable to see in front of me. She's like, it was 12:31 in the morning, smacked out the fire with a hand, alarms didn't make a sound. But like, she's got a heavy chest, she's alive. Like, you know what I mean? But like, the alarm should have went out. So her condo association, because she is responsible for replacing everything. Even though she has insurance, house insurance, it's still going to get replaced. So she's probably going to get double what she would have got. Get what I'm going with this? So like it's misfortunate things, mishappens that like, it's so fucking crazy. So like, it's like, if somebody passes away, you get an inheritance. I don't see death here, but nor do I see a car accident, nor do I see mental health, right? This is all like channeling messages, guys. So it's almost like near-death experiences or wake-up calls hitting people in the most unexpected ways. But it brings fulfillment. It brings a sense of emotional stability, emotional clarity. Like, you know what I mean, guys? Like, I'm still pissed. I gotta look for a new fucking car. I'm not, there's not one excited bone in my fucking body about any of this. But I know it was meant to go down that way. Some people would be like, you won the lottery without winning the lottery. And it's like, to me, it's like, that's like the worst thing you can say to somebody. Like, my back will be fucked up for the rest of my fucking life, guys. I'm not going to be able to jump off airplanes and go freaking what do you call that? Skydiving. You know what I mean? Like, this will affect me the rest of my life. What the previous back injuries I already had. Like, I'll never be 100% ever. Can I get back to like living a normal life and the right type of diet? That's absolutely. But it's going to keep me from going on a snowmobile. It's going to keep me away from going on a jet ski. Things that I love to do. So there's nothing about this that's like, yay, you know? And I don't think it will ever hit me like that. So it's not, you know? So I think people who get like paid out like that, it's because they know how to appreciate things. They know what to do with certain money. They know what, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that. It's not just given to you like, here you go. And you're going to do your best to fucking sue because you think you can get something out of it. I wouldn't even have to sue and I'm going to get something out of it. Does that make sense? Pain and suffering, accident, lost wages, like you name it. Like, you know, and it's actually a little disturbing to me. I'm having trouble processing shit. So it's just like, Ange, same thing. It's going to double everything. Because it's the other person's insurance company that has to pay out. She had insurance, I had insurance. Get what I'm going with that? Like, I think like thousands of people probably got in car accidents that day. Thousands and thousands and thousands. Like, I'm telling you. It's not random. It's almost like I hear like you were chosen. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so fucked up because eventually this will make sense to me. You know? And that's probably just like a little reward. That's nothing compared to probably what my future brings me. You know, see what I'm saying? So it's like, this pulling me to the yearly read, like multiple rewards. Like, go to the casino, you win 30 grand. Go to the casino 6 months later. What are the odds? You win 80 grand. You know what I mean? Like, it's a year where Jupiter is giving, but they're giving in ways where you can't see the positivity. It's because there's nothing really positive about it. So you got to look at it like, hey, I'm alive. I'm not buried. Like, it literally was one of those things where people pulled over and was like, I just don't even understand how you made it out of there alive. Like, or how you didn't get T-boned and how you didn't, you know, when you get T-boned, how did you not get slammed to the other side of the road where there's a little mini pond and your car rolled down the hill? Like, why? Because it was probably divinely orchestrated. And eventually I'll figure it out, you know. Maybe here's another 7. Maybe there's something with July, you know. I'm not really sure, but like, there is definitely something going on magnetically with your body, with your frequency. And typically these solar flares don't, you know, could last a week or so, a few days, but like, this is still here. The earth is still rumbling. Like, I feel like it moved to the sun. It moved like the moon over a little bit. Same thing. Careful flying. Sorry. you're not the pilot, so how can you be careful flying? But like, if there's major storms and it's risky, take another flight, guys. There's options. It's not like you're forced, you know? Like it pulled me tomorrow. She's going away. She flies out Sunday, but Boston's might be looking at a foot of snow. So she decided to fly out Saturday instead. You know, like she had options. So there is something here with options. So don't get like, try not to get too much in your head. And I think it's going to be hard regardless. You have the moon in the 7 of Cups, guys. You're being put in this position to see something or to feel something that's uncomfortable. But it's like when the moon hits the sky. So if you work with water or you have major transits when it comes to Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you might be feeling this more. I've just heard Capricorn as well, but that's Taurus. Definitely Pisces. And there is like, I know it was like the top 4 zodiacs for the December full moon in Cancer, like to be disrupted. It was like Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, I think Pisces. Everyone's like, oh, I'm, scot-free. Like, I'm a Cancer. No, I got 4 placements of Taurus and 4 placements of Gemini. I didn't escape anything. And it has to do with the 10th house. And I was just saying to a friend the other day, like, this transit is taking a toll on me. Like, it's a fucking doozy. I told you I don't do good with full moon in Cancer. Prime example of what my life has been since the full moon, right? It's a very hard transition for me. This astrologically, where things are happening with planets are hitting major houses in my chart. Like this is like, which makes me feel a little more comfortable because I know it's transits. And I think I said that to you guys in this full moon energy, but it doesn't make it any easier because I'm aware of it. You think it would because you know it's going to pass, but like, it doesn't make it any easier, I mean, fuck, spirit just laid me out. And I tried to go back to employee health, trying to go back to work, and she just looked at me. She's like, you're fucking kidding, right? You're kidding me right now. Like, you have a herniated disc and whiplash. You want to come back to work. We can't even let you come back to work with restrictions. Like, it was hard for me to even lift my laptop or put a purse on my shoulder. Like, it's no joke. But, like, again, I have a very high tolerance for pain. And I just, I've been getting by the last year or so through pain. So to me, it's like, no big deal. Life goes on. And Spirit's like, no, you're going to slow the fuck down for a minute, Court. So everybody's being slowed down. And what just went direct? Jupiter or Saturn, right? That rules the moon and the sun. So yeah, I mean, this is the transits this week. Saturn, I think, yeah. The transits this week are definitely, I mean, we also have South Node and North Node here too, but it's the transits. And it's the frequency, the magnetic frequency is off. And I remember last week, something with water, like you might be better off near water. And it could be cleansing or it could actually be grounding. And the crazy thing is, like, Spirit knows I had like the PTSD from the original back injury. And it took me fucking months to get out of that energy, guys. Months. So, like, I'm telling you, like, if I personally don't slow down and I refuse and I want to go back to work, I guarantee that probably fuck with my mental stability. Like, they put me in a position to absolutely, hands down, be laid out. There's no question about it. There's no question in my fucking mind that if I don't kind of follow the rules and snap out of it, they're just gonna put me in another position where I won't find myself being able to work. Like, these are the positions people are being put in. You could break a leg. I hate to say it, but during that time frame, you could come up with an idea or a thought that helps build the business that you're in, because now you work from home and you got more time. It's less stressful. You can see things more clearly. You could start your own business. You could, up the ante at the business that you work for. You can come up with an idea and be like, oh, well, while I was home, I came up with this, or like, and it's like, then they bring you into the company. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, you got a corner office on fucking Wall Street. This is what I'm saying. Like, so this is like a couple months worth of energy that's started absolutely from the solar flares. That's lingering for months. Like, so whatever goes down in the next probably few weeks is what I'm hearing. Whatever goes down within this few weeks of a transit, even week 3, week 4. So could possibly go into February. February, you might see something differently. I thought it flipped. It was the muse, and which is exactly what I was just kind of saying. Fifth dimension, patience, pride and ego. Could have somebody watching you, taking the time. This fifth dimension is grief, tribe. But see, that's like an alignment, but like a bittersweet alignment. Like the car accident, bittersweet. Being electrocuted, bittersweet. Maybe by you being zapped, it opens up a gift. Like, it's the way things are going is just, in order to shift your energy, is just, it's not positive. Like, I know it's such a strange message, but it's like rebuilding. Be patient, self-worth. Divine time and devotion. I don't know. Your pride's in the way. I don't know if this has to do with somebody else. Stay devoted to yourself. Hang in there. Soulmate. Someone's definitely watching you. It's almost like you bring the good out, though. You got forgiveness. Again, that could be like your own forgiveness. I'm just getting pulled to the 3 women, how you guys carried 3 lifetimes on your back. And there's some shadow work. Somebody, you don't see something coming. Somebody could have had like a dark night of the soul. They've been doing their shadow work. I don't know. Again, you might be trying to push something away because it's just, you don't see, just doesn't look worth it. But like when I tell you divine timing, your tribe, 5Ds here, like the sun, the moon, the transits, you're heavily protected is what I'm hearing. 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Damn, you got some haters out there. You got, this is not the best energy. You feel betrayed. You're down. Can't make sense of something. You definitely have, I feel like there's a no-no here. This is 7 of Cups. You got the Hierophant, so I don't know if that's really a lesson. You got the 10 of Pentacles. So this is work. And you go to the 10 of Pentacles. You got a message coming in. See what I'm saying? Like, it's like higher officials, divine intervention. Like you have options. Choose the one that brings you, I don't know, a better future or something stable. I mean, you go from the Hierophant straight to the 10 of Pentacles. So something will benefit your future. And I don't think this is a lesson here. I think this is like higher officials, divine intervention. Like you will get paid. Or somebody else got that promotion a week down the road, the Tower comes in, you're like, fuck this, I quit. I see the light, I don't know what I'm doing next. But again, divine intervention. It's like building from ground zero again. So the divine is definitely with you. So again, pay attention to like detail, or, you know, the Hierophant can be a doctor. 10 of Pentacles can be a clean bill of health. You got the 7 of Cups with the Ace of Wands. So it's going back and forth. So again, it's like attention to detail. Try not to let something confuse you. And you got the Sun with the 7 of Cups, which is already here. The Emperor could be dealing with Mars energy. And the Hierophant's not usually a doctor. That would be like a hermit. It could be a politician or a higher authority here with the Hierophant. A boss. I don't really look at it as a lawyer either, but a government official. Say like you win like the lottery or something, a casino, somebody might question the money you put into your bank account. They might question why it's not in your bank account. There's something going on there. Because you go straight to the 10 of Pentacles. I think whatever it is, you'd be able to prove it, but it's like Spirit giving you something with the King of Wands again, Aries. So again, and another 10. It could be seeing 10, 10. It's a portal, but I'm getting pulled to Mars. Could be something with Leo energy. Could be your 7th house, your 1st house. With this Sun, you're moving forward, though. Again, could be like lesson learned, but Queen of Wands, Nine of Swords, you feel trapped, anxiety. What's this Queen of Pentacles? High Priestess, using your intuition, could be a spiritual gift, could be a secret, could be something hidden from you. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's like starting over, but it's like also a new idea. Using your intuition or a spiritual gift's going to be activated. You got the Moon right there, but like I said, like it's like the Ace. You go to the Ace of Cups. I mean the Ace of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, guys. With your energy, with work. It's like clarity without clarity. Like it's King of Swords, Temperance. Temperance could be a physician. King of Swords could be a lawyer. What's this Sun? The Sun with Leo energy in your house placement. You could have a Pisces, Cancer, Sun or Moon, or a Leo Moon, Taurus Moon. Nine of Swords. Yeah, see, whatever it is, the Sun, the clarity, it still gives you some type of anxiety. So again, it keeps pulling me to like, it's in the detail, not the thought. So you might be able to bypass something here with the Ace of Swords, but then you got the Five of Swords, the World, the Three of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you, I'm telling you, you could lose your job. I don't know why that's... You would think that'd be coming through a lot more strong. But I mean, Three of Swords, Five of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the World, Ace of Swords. It's definitely disappointing. Kind of feel jip, like it's over. Like the Moon is dark, it gives you anxiety. With the Moon, you got the Ace of Cups. Could be self-love. It could be somebody coming in. You got the Nine of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. Could be an apology. With the Six of Wands, something could be successful here. Could just be self-worth, though. And passing up an opportunity because maybe somebody only sees an opportunity. Maybe somebody's looking at you as an opportunity. You know what I mean? And you're going to end up with the Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords with the situation here. So if anything brings you anxiety, like especially a person, a past person, I don't want to say it's a no-no because the Sun is here, but like if it is something that, you know, there's no clarity, they just confuse you, they act like blah, 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 like that person's not meant to be in your life. If somebody is extremely like straightforward and they're doing the work and, you know, it seems like an honest apology, there might be something more to it. Might want to give something a benefit of the doubt. I definitely think you're going to be put in a position where it's kind of obvious in the sense, even though it seems dark, like your gut's still talking to you. Like there's still some type of clarity. Like again, like, so if somebody comes back over the weekend, like, and they apologize, I think like you can work through something, you know, with somebody. On the other hand, like if it's more karmic, it's Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords. Like it's not like they're gonna be a smooth talker and you're gonna get tricked. Like you, like to me, like they're not gonna be able to pull the wool over your eyes. Like it's just, it's, you know what I mean? Like through communication or text message. So I really, try not to worry about what that is. I think you're gonna be okay. Oh, it's funny, the bottom of the deck, I didn't even notice that. But there's that tower with the 9 of Swords. So it could be somebody else's tower too, right? So there's some type of inspiration here with the Ace of Cups. You're inspiring somebody. Somebody's being inspired by you. Could be somebody who's watching. But it looks positive, so they're probably going to take action. So again, you got commitment, victim, winter, dark night of the soul, stuck. So you do have a couple different things. I don't think this is you getting stuck in the dark night of the soul by any means. This seems more like a breakthrough than anything else. There's more than meets the eye when with somebody, a friend, a past, someone you dated, something like that. Like, others of you, it's a big, again, I'm repeating the message, it's a big no-no. Like somebody that's like, they're the victim, it's like, but I think that's going to be easy for you to sniff out. I don't think it's going to be hard for you. Like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. No. I think it's going to be very easy for you. I'd say 80% of you probably got that karmic soulmate coming back around or something. So probably only 20% of you where it's like a feel-good vibe. Your self-worth and respect and patience and whatever's going on here is way more important. I do feel like there is another energy coming in. I don't know if it's this weekend, but it's a good thing. Could be this weekend, the start or something. Just depends on everybody's scenario and certain alignments. But like this 5th dimension tribe, 7 of Cups, Hierophant, like that seems again like really positive. 7 of Cups, Sun. It's more about strategy here, options, be patient. Remember your self-worth. It's definitely divine time, and you do have an energy here where pride and ego kind of got in the way, or they're still getting in the way. You do have an energy kind of watching you, waiting for like the right time, maybe. I don't know if that's the greatest energy though. But like your gut's gonna talk to you, especially with the moon and the high priestess here. And it has to do with your own mental stability. Again, with the swords being right next to it. Could be worried about your mental stability. Could be worried about how something's going to pan out. If it's like more Dane, But there's a big shift in energy that's just starting. And I think it, again, probably has a lot to do with the solar flares. Especially if like lightning hits like anywhere near you guys, like that leaves the frequency, the magnetic field more open. You know what I mean? Like you take a walk in the woods, you had no idea lightning hit that tree. You know what I mean? Like it's going to affect your energy. It's going to stay with you for days. Not the shock, like you get zapped, but like the energy itself, the frequency, because it's almost like static cling. It wants to stick to something. So again, like that could even happen in the city, a building got hit or a tower got hit. Like I'd stay out of that vicinity. I'd stay a couple blocks away from there, especially in the city, because that's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of people. So you're picking up frequencies you don't want. It's different if you're in the woods and there's not too many people traveling there. It's a different type of frequency. if that makes sense. It's definitely all about frequency. Things will work out. You are going to get some type of like insight that probably is going to attempt to ground you, especially with the Ten of Pentacles being there. So again, it could be a dream, a thought, an epiphany. I am enough. I am worthy. I am free. I believe in myself. Complete your own statement. Do not limit yourself. Empower yourself. So it's the energy, guys. Like, careful. Don't go into like a pity party. It's very easily. It's very in this energy. It's very easy to go one way or the other. Just know it's if you get like that, it's mental. So you can take yourself out of it. Okay. So I am enough. I am worthy. I am love. I am free. So tell yourself, I am powerful, whatever it is to you. You know what I mean? Don't limit yourself. It is definitely that whatever's happening in this transit is meant for you to come out feeling more empowered. It's just a transit, guys. Okay, so and it's not like law of attraction or visual. That's not what the whole I am. I gotta talk about that on the other channel too. It's always positive to stay optimistic, but it's also your thought process too. You can't trick you. You can easily trick your brain into certain stuff because I'm kind of seeing like a light going on, a light going off. There's something going on with the brain here too. And again, it has a lot to do with the solar flares and the magnetic field and the frequency and Earth still rattling from something right now, from the solar flares. So you could do I am powerful. You could do sigil work. Just convince yourself here and there that you're powerful. But it's not about affirmations. So because I know, like, to you guys, it sounds like an affirmation, and I get it, but it's not what it is. And I know that might be confusing to some of you, but like, it's not what it is. It's different. So you're probably talking to your higher self. It's not about manifestation. I know not everybody's going to understand that, but I am whatever I say I am. What's that, Eminem? To the newspapers, to the state. He says something like that, right? Like, so there might be judgmental energy around you. Fuck it. Fuck them. you know. You definitely have some arrogant energy around you this weekend. You might see it, you might not, but it's, oh, ouch, it's definitely around you. Again, it could just be talking about the frequencies and where you travel, where you're walking, where you're observing. It could just be, sitting by a lake or at a park bench. Could be 20 degrees out, but the sun's on your face. It feels good. Could be watching the sunset, the sunrise. So be conscious. And I'm hearing cognitive. Be conscious of where you kind of like hang out and who you hang out with. Because this frequency is connecting with the cognitive panel within your brain, which is probably either your frontal cortex or your prefrontal cortex, which is right where the third eye is too. So be gentle with yourself this weekend. Might go by really fast, so again, you're small and mighty like the mouse, but that's people underestimating you. You do have envy around you too, for some reason. Yeah, I keep getting pulled to like the accident and little things like that. Oh, like that lucky son of a bitch. Like but it's like, that's so karmic. I mean, that's envy, but like it's not like that. That's why everybody that is getting hit with certain stuff, like the payout or whatever the case. It's like, because I don't even want to talk about that, but like, that's the energy you have around you. You got to be careful. Like, it's like doubling for people. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's so hard to like explain. Say you get injured at work and you slip and fall. You know what I mean? Like, but there's people around you that's like envious. Well, it didn't happen to me. Like, it's petty, guys. So like, or people can use it against you your whole life, or like, oh, you only got to where you're at because you got lucky. I'm telling you, like, so I don't know if there's consequences linked to them karmically for having those thoughts towards you or coming towards you and using those thoughts, because it's almost like an entrapment. This frequency range is like an entrapment for the karmic. So that means there's all doors and windows open. So worry about your own sanity. Because I feel like it's linked. I feel like the money is linked karmically. The energy is linked karmically. It could be taken away as quick as it was given. I don't know what that means. Like, so there might be some spiritual karmic layouts, like people losing their jobs. That's, people that are like all about their finances versus, all about material versus love. Like money could be taken. Your life can be taken from you in a heartbeat. You could have did one wrong thing and they freeze your assets. The government freezes your access. Next thing you know, they take it. You think you're living on top of the world, but it's your lifestyle that gets taken. It's just like that quick. Like, you never would have gotten there if you didn't get there. But like, this is nothing compared to what's coming. So like, there's just judgmental fucking people around you. There's, like, Like, say you win and there's like a payout, you win something in the next month, and like people want to tell you how you spend your money, or they look at you and like they're just envious. Like, it's a shitty fucking circumstance, guys, whatever this is. But it's linked to karma. Like, their frequency is linked karmically. Not to you, but around you. Like, spirit is definitely testing energies. You know, someone might just come into your life to just, you know, make sure they feel like they stay in, like they have your back. They don't. Like, I'm telling you, you do have to be careful here. You could get a job promotion, and people in the office are talking shit about you. Maybe you get a company car. Like, I'm telling you, there's a lot of envious energy around you. They're not thankful you got the promotion. They're not happy for you got the promotion. They're not happy for you. You know, like, Jesus. So that frequency is definitely in the air. And I just looked up, it was 4646. And there is something going on in my third eye right here. So again, it's the frequencies. The 4 and 6 is a combination of repeats in your life, indication that your angels are cautioning you that you're focusing too much on the material world. You may be losing sight of your life purpose, or worries, anxieties overtake your thoughts. Ask your angels, take these worries away. Your angels need you to surrender the worries to them and able to intervene on your behalf to ease your situation. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, it's exactly what I was just saying. There's people around you that are too stuck in the material world right now. Or this is you. But it doesn't feel like you after the whole conversation I just had about, you know, people being envious of you, and, you know, you rise up in your company or something. So this is definitely energies around you that's more monetary. Material possessions, things mean more to them. Okay, so and it's kind of coming your way, unfortunately. But again, if this is you and it's just kind of like you're struggling a little bit, or like, you know what I mean, try not to worry about it. I mean, how can you not worry about certain stuff like paying bills and stuff and losing a job? And so that's why I feel like it's more the energy, it's more the frequencies around you than anything. I don't really see it as like your energy freaking out. But some of you might just be you, how to make ends meet. But like, you don't have to worry about it. There's like a message there. People always worry about certain stuff. But like, guys, I don't know. Like, oh, I just wish I could pay that or do that. Maybe win 10 grand on a scratch ticket. Like, are you going to blow it, or are you going to pay off your debt and start new? Because if you ask me, this is a test. I'd pay off your debt and start new. You know what I mean? Not redecorate your house or furniture, you know, like maybe save like 500 for little things or 1,000, but the other 9 put towards things. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like being tested like that. There's definitely messages here that keep wanting to come through. It's almost maybe it's like being out of work. Maybe you did get injured and maybe you don't qualify for disability or, you know, something, and you just feel like, oh, the world's crashing down. How are you going to pay your bills? Yeah. But you're going to get divine intervention for those that deserve divine intervention. Because there's a higher plan here. So they're going to make sure certain things are, like, if that makes sense. There's definitely a higher plan here. So just, you know, you might not see it now, but, you know, just look at the positive side of things. It's like me in the accident. I can't really look at the positive side, but I can look at other things that are empowering. You know what I mean? And not focus on the things that I can't see yet. And it's not about, you know, payouts. It's more like confusion, or I don't know, or, you know, maybe in the energy of like just hearing concussion. Like, I don't know. Maybe I had a concussion, didn't know I had a fucking concussion, guys. I don't know. Like, there's something fucking here. Like, that also has to do with your brain. And it's in regards to alignment. So, again, I don't know if, like, neurons and cells and axons, like, I don't know if, like, they were, like, upgraded, activated. So, like, definitely be easy on yourself for the next few days. That is for damn sure with this energy. It's not the normal frequency. This is a whole different type of frequency that the earth probably hasn't experienced. And I'm getting posts like that 1859 or something. It's definitely part of ascension, but it's not like that. It's definitely the frequencies. A certain part of certain lands being activated, which then affects you. I don't know. It's like some of you could lose a job, lose a car, you know, lose something in a house fire. Like, I'm telling you, but like, it seems shitty, but it's divine intervention. Like, I know that makes sense, but I mean, there's got to be another message here that I'm just not seeing. You'll make sense of it. You might want to keep it to yourself. I feel like there's a gift or something being given to you, a spiritual gift. And it's given to you through Earth's frequency. But I'm getting pulled to like Earth's core, which is the very beginning. Like, you wouldn't feel the frequency of the core. So there might be a couple more transmissions or something. There might be something else. Comes in stages, comes in waves. The way you absorb in this frequency. It'd be nice if it was actually like sunny and I could be outside absorbing this energy. Because you know how like rubber helps from like electricity, you know what I mean? It's like too cold to go outside barefoot, but like if you can stand it, go outside and stand there for like challenge yourself, maybe like 1 minute barefoot. or sit there in a chair, but put your feet on the ground for like a minute. Like, there's something about this frequency. Like, the sun can hit you, which is nice. You probably need some sun, right? Who doesn't love the sun shining through a window in the winter, or like through the car, and it just warms your soul, right? It could be like a warm spot at night. Remember I said something about feeling warm? It's the energy. So like a warm wind, and it makes zero sense because it's frigid out. Like, I'm telling you, there's something like you might experience something really fucking odd, but don't overthink it, because I think some of you are going to experience something really fucking odd. Like, it's unexplainable. You know, like people see a UFO and like, oh my God, once in a lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, something like that, like once in a lifetime, might go down like right in front of your eyes, and it affects you for the rest of your life. It's like transmitted energy that's extremely beneficial. So you're going to experience something this weekend that's just like, that you might not be able to process. But it feels like it was meant to be. So don't get stuck in that. You know, it will come back to you. Maybe give it a couple weeks, give it a couple days. Let some new transits come in. Let the planets start shifting again. Like, does that make sense? It's because something seems very still right now. And I just got pulled to axons. I know I said that funny. AXONS. I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. I will see you at some point, okay? I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you too. Bye, guys.